Hello everyone, I shall move my microphone. I welcome you all to a new episode of Love Shyness. Now enough yapping, let's get right into it. After a short lapse of time, we've finished the portrait of Markov. I checked the time and realized that an hour has passed since then. Wow, that was quite a long read, and above all, fascinating. To surface amount. I never would have imagined that this kind of reading could capture me so easily. Although it's some plot holes, that doesn't take away from how good this book is. So, what did you think of the book? From your expression, I can assume you liked it. Quite a bit. This book has captivated me more than I thought it would. I'm glad to know you've gotten well into this reading. To be honest, I was afraid you might leave it halfway or less. Why do you say that? Well, it happened that the other girls and my other friends don't want to continue with the book. I think it might be due to the type of reading and that maybe they don't like it, but I feel somewhat bad that none of them wanted to continue until now. I didn't know you'd have felt somewhat isolated about the book's topic. No wonder she called me, since she probably realized I was the only one who had real interest. I can understand that the genre might not appeal to everyone, including me, but doing that kind of thing doesn't seem right to me. Being busy can be an excuse, but at least it doesn't hurt to give a heads up about it. But, what? What? But where was it elaborated that they ignored her? Like, huh? She said, what? She said, like, I get it. That Yuri might feel like a bit sad that they don't want to continue, but you can't shame them for that. Like, they tried it. They gave it a good try. But, like, I don't know. It's like if I forced my friends to sit through DDLC mods. And I have to say, I'm surprised by that kind of attitude from the other girls, especially Natsuki. Anyways, I was interrupted with my thoughts, but, like, basically, she should. Okay, getting sad, I get, but, like, MC's assumption here is so wrong. Like, she's supposed to be her best friend. And, like, best friends can have different interests. Like, my best friend, he despises DDLC. Like, and that's fine. Like, people have different interests. I'm not gonna fucking force him to play DDLC. Gun to the head. Play DDLC. Do it. Like, come on. What's up with the girls? Especially with Natsuki, I thought she would be one of the first to want to read with you. She's not that much of a fan of psychological horror, to say the least. She tried, but she just told me she couldn't continue. She said that aside from the horror, she found it quite violent and grotesque in her opinion. I know she didn't mean it badly, but I felt somewhat offended at the moment. I didn't want us to have an argument, so I just let it go and told her it was fine. I've known her since childhood. I could never be upset with her much as all the grudges. Why would you hold a grudge? Like, okay, from this, let me read it first. As for the others, Monica just told me it would be another time, and Sari seems to have no intentions of wanting to pick up the book again. Like, okay, fine, those two, fine, mean. But Natsuki at least told her straight up that it isn't for her, which means she should have no trouble. I guess they must be quite busy. I also don't want them to make them feel guilty just because I feel this way, but it's difficult for me to tell them how I feel when I'm used to feeling somewhat marginalized. In literature, of course. I had no idea I felt this way all this time. I don't share your taste, but I believe we all have the same right to share our opinions and likes without being pressured to reject it. Yes, share our opinions without feeling pressured. That's what Natsuki did. I know the girls don't do it with that intention, but I guess Yuri's shyness makes it hard for her to express it properly. Phone. Please shut up. I can't turn you off right now. That's the worst part. I don't know you felt this way, right? I'm sorry if I made you feel this way at any point. Don't worry. I know that neither you nor the girls do it with that intention. I just would like you to consider me a bit more. That's all I ask. Of course, Yuri. After all, you're also an essential part of the club. Don't feel bad for thinking that we don't take you into consideration. You're our friend, and, well, we want you to feel comfortable too. Besides, as vice president, I think it's also my duty to keep track of the members, so thank you, Atazoth. You're so kind. Not at all, Yuri. And I'm serious. You're one of the few people who really seem to care about me, you know? I'm not exaggerating when I say that the most people seem to just overlook me. I know how you feel, Yuri. I'm serious. That's a big part of my life. Really? I don't Yuri with my head. I know it feels to have your taste trampled on or not, to not be valued at all. As I talk to Yuri, those kinds of memories start playing in my head like a movie. They make me feel really bad, but at a moment like this, I can't let my emotions win. But I can let my thirstiness win. Into the pile it goes. But since I get my childhood friends back, and also you guys, of course, I feel much better. I think the most important thing is to value the few friends who truly appreciate you more than to give importance to what someone you don't know might say. At least that's what I do, or try to do, and boy does it work. That. I think you're right. Honestly, I feel much more comfortable with you guys than with my other friends. And that's good, Yuri. Those who really care about you and respect you don't do things like what you tell me about your supposed friends. So I think you can get an idea of what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, but it's harder than it seems. To get away from them isn't easy. I know it's not, but it's the first step for you to feel better about yourself. Whatever your decision is, remember that your true friends are here to talk when you need it. Thanks, Atazoth. I think I needed something like this. It's nothing, Yuri. I'm just trying to support my friends. It gives me a sweet smile, to which I respond by smiling back. Well, getting back to the book. Oh yeah, sorry for getting so distracted. Don't worry, let's just skip that topic for now, okay? Yeah, you're right. In that case, do you have questions about the book? Not really. The story overall has been pretty clear to me. I have to say there are some plot holes, but overall I find everything fascinating. Right? It's not for nothing I consider it one of the best books I've had the chance to read. About the plot holes, I admit they can be somewhat annoying no matter how minor they are, but I think that rather makes the story feel more realistic and human. I hadn't thought of it that way. That said, I wouldn't recommend abusing this concept. It can cause more confusion and inconsistencies throughout your story. In other cases, the reader might deduce or feel that you wrote your style lazily or without really being into it. But it makes you simply not grab attention. What's crucial is finding a balance between both so that the story is appealing to the audience. I'm surprised by how much you know about literature in general, Lyra. I don't think it's that much, I just know the basics. Even so, hearing you talk so passionately about those things makes my curiosity wake up. I'm glad to know you're interested in what I say. Is it a nice smile? I can't help but remember that I wanted to ask her about her dream. I don't know if it's a good time, but honestly, maybe this way I can get to know her even more. Hey, Yuri, sorry if it's very sudden, but I had this question since the first day we read this book. You mentioned that you had a dream, but you know that the bell interrupted us. Since nothing can interrupt us now, I wanted to know more about it. Honestly, I'm very curious. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, I think you already got an idea. In fact, I think it's pretty obvious. But I'd really like to be a writer. That's why I read and inform myself a lot about what literature is. And if only I know the basics. Oh, well, honestly, with the makings of a writer, I see I have a lot of potential. Do you think so? Of course! And I'm not saying it just to be nice. I'm saying it because it's what I truly feel. Thank you, those words have more confidence in myself. No problem, Yuri. And if you want more support, you can talk to the girls about this if you want. Don't have to feel embarrassed with us. I'll do that. While Vichitiri's bag makes a small vibrating noise, looks like she's got a message. It takes her phone out of her bag. Oh, it's my mom. Did something bad happen? Oh, don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's just that she and my dad are going out and they want to watch my little sister. I didn't know you had a sister. I guess you discover something new about someone every day. Seems like it. Anyway, I better hurry. Thanks for taking the time to read with me. Also for the emotional support. It was nothing, really. It was fun hanging out. Mary just gives me a smile as she stands up to leave. Finally, your ass left. I get up from my seat too. I'm on the night I keep on with your and reading his stuff. But as time passes, you adapt. On the other hand, I feel like I handled Tiri's situation the best I could. As I said, I know what Tiri feels and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But well, it's best at home, especially since I don't have much to do outside right now. As I'm about to leave, I notice that I forgot the portrait to Markov. I take it in my hands, and what do? The logical thing would be to call Yuri to come back for it, but that would probably take up a lot of her time and I don't want to bother her. I guess I can take the book and keep it for her. She'll likely text me when she realizes she doesn't have the book. Anyway, time to head home. Monica's perspective, again. Let's see. What a boring day. When I have nothing to do, I get bored too quickly. This is why I like to stay busy or do something, otherwise I end up feeling useless. Maybe it's just me, or maybe it's because mom always demanded I do things exactly how she wanted, basically to be perfect at everything. And it seems like that habit of always needing to be busy stuck with me and I can't relax like I'd like. I let out a sigh. What are the girls at Atazoth doing? Should I call them to try and hang out? I'd honestly like something like that. I grab my phone. When I have it in my hands, it starts vibrating and a contact is calling me. Dad? I wasn't expecting him to call me so suddenly. While asking too many questions, I'd answer. Hello? Hi, daughter. How are you? Is everything okay over there? Yeah, Dad. Everything's fine. Vacation started, so I have time to relax. Good to hear, daughter. Your mom and I have a little break too, so I'm taking this moment to talk to you. I see. And how is she? I'd say she's good, but even with a break, she's still working. I told her to relax and take a break, but she stubbornly refuses. You know how your mom is about work. Yeah, that's true. And she managed to go so many hours without sleeping. Anyway, do you want to talk to her? Huh? Can I? Of course. Just let her know. Well, okay. It's the first time in a long while that I'll be able to talk to Mom, or so I hope. And that she doesn't back out like she usually does. Hello? Hello, Mom. How are you? Pretty busy. Do you want to tell me something really important? You know my time is gold. Sure, that's it you were on break. I wanted to pass the phone to you. That man. You know, so I don't like being interrupted when I'm busy. Anyway, how are things going at the school? Are you getting good grades, right? Don't remind me that we took you out of the previous school that was so much better than that lousy school you're at, just because of your whims. Mom, those weren't whims. You know all that, besides the constant pressure airs that little you show of Naomi. Nah, whatever you say. Sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time. Well, you already did. I just wanted to know how you're doing and wish you luck at work. I'm doing well and more than luck. I need to focus on this. Do you have anything else to say? No, that was all. Good. Just focus on staying out in your grades at that lousy school. If you have problems, just make that happen. And of course, don't forget that at the end of the year, you'll come with us to see a much better school. Yeah, Mom. When will I... She hung up. I dropped myself onto the bed. Why do I keep trying to make her proud if nothing I do seems to be enough? I look at the mirror hanging on one of the walls. Weak. I saw my bat in a fetal position while staring into nothing. I don't want to leave. I've grown quite fond of the girls and especially Atazoth. Pulled a chair into the bed next to my bat and hug it. I just wish I could hear a I love you daughter from my mom. Is that too much to ask? I hugged the bat tighter. Memories of how much fun I have with the other girls come to mind, but especially with Atazoth. Not for nothing is he my best friend and the closest person to me right now. Even though that day I told Sarah and myself that he was like a little brother, the truth is that since that moment I've been deeply thinking on my words. And after everything been through since then, I'm reconsidering what I said. I have to say, thinking about him differently makes me really nervous. I mean, I admit he can look adorable when he gets nervous, even though he doesn't smile often. When he does, he gives me a lot of peace. Of course, he's also quite kind and attentive with me. He seems to care more about me than about himself. Physically, he doesn't fall short, I must say. Though, going into those details will surely make me want to die of embarrassment. I get off the bed and give my face a few pats to try to dissipate my blush. What is this? Why am I thinking out like him like this all of a sudden? I shake my head, but it seems that even that doesn't work to make the blush on my face disappear. Does this mean I'm falling for him? Think how that makes my heart race suddenly. That's it, right? I held the teddy bear in my hands while looking at it. Suddenly I feel as bad if it was one for me. And if it's not the case, thinking like this makes me feel happy and loved. I hugged the bear again. Atazoth, I don't want you to leave if it's not by your side. I don't know if he feels the same way I do, but I'm a bit scared of ruining our friendship. I lie down on my bed with the bear still in my arms. I want to think too much about that right now. I'll try to rest a bit. I start closing my eyes, my mind won't stop making me think about Atazoth. Kazue's house, eh? We're in August. Has it been a year? I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Kazue's call took me by surprise. Mom and I were about to watch a movie at home, but Kazue called me to hang out with her, Aishin and me. Although I didn't want to reject her, the truth is that I want to spend some time with Mom. But instead I go out with them, so I couldn't really refute that much. Anyway, right now I'm waiting for Kazue to come out of her house. The girls really take their time to get ready, and I arrived earlier than she told me. But well, I guess Aishin will be around here soon too. The truth is that sitting here doing nothing while I feel the others look at me strangely doesn't feel pleasant. I try to disguise it by taking out my cell and pretending to look at it. And if I don't have any messages, I'd rather pretend to be busy on my cell to not feel so observed. Oh, when is the girl coming out? I must say I'm getting impatient. I let her sigh. Hey, Atazoth! Aishin's voice completely grabs my attention. I'm here! Aishin and I shake hands. Hey Aishin, how's it going? Pretty good. Just a bit tired to run a bit since I got distracted and missed the bus to get here faster. I was expecting to see Virkoze outside. Where is she? Looks like she's still getting ready. How long has she been in there? Well, I arrived about half an hour ago, and it's been about 20 minutes since then. Almost an hour. It seems that way. That girl. That's why we used to be late to school sometimes. I remember the time Koze rushed out of her house all messy, and to top it off she had her sweater on backwards. I remember that, and we got scolded on top of it. I'd pay anything to see that moment again, Koze's face was priceless. Is it just me? Wait, wrong voice. Is it just me or were you guys talking smack about me? Koze's sudden appearance makes me jump a bit. Aishin seems more scared than I am, especially since Koze is gripping his shoulders with noticeable strength. Nothing like that. We're talking about how the three of us used to be pretty responsible as kids, right? At his house. Oh, of course. How could you think we would talk bad about you? Koze releases Aishin's shoulder. You guys just go ahead later. Don't come ask me for things when we're at the mall. Koze, but you're the one who always asks us for things. By the way, you still owe me those 700 yen from when I had to pay for your lunch at the school because you forgot yours. But that was just once. Must I treat you a bit, or have you forgotten? Whatever you say, Jose. Anyways, now that we're all ready, it's time to move on. So where are we going first? How about we go eat something first, so we don't have empty stomachs for the rest of the day? Sounds good to me. Sure. And well, I know it's a bit short episode, but to be honest, I'm knackered. And I feel like this is a good point to end it. So, I love you all. Press like, comment, subscribe, join Discord, and goodbye.